Hello people of the internet, it's me again, and I'm doing another Lego thing. And by thing of course I mean, I'm recording myself opening a box of Lego and looking at the contents, and this time, Ninjago. Q? Is that supposed to be a Q, an O, a backwards D, or just a very stylized O? Whatever it's supposed to be, they are supposed to be the Masters of Spinjitzu. So does that mean they do martial arts while on fitness bikes or something like that? Spinning classes? I don't know. Okay, let's just take a look at the packaging. You've got a man in what I'm assuming is a spaceship that's buzzing a building with some other man in what appears to be futuristic ninja armour with an energy weapon of some sort and a missile launcher of some other description shooting right at it, and he's shooting a missile right back at him. And he's got then this bizarre looking thing here. Not quite sure what that's supposed to be, but I'm sure there'll be an explanation somewhere. Massive air intake, swing wing, wings, yes. And he appears to be wearing a bandana and dressed somewhat like a cowboy without a hat. This must be some sort of mesh-up type thing. And then you've got this man here who looks a bit like a Borg. Now I've got to admit, these Lego videos that I'm doing are basically me getting back into Lego. It's been years since I actually played with stuff, and I'm trying to get back into it because it was something I was interested in. It's something that still continues to interest. But of course this has passed me by. All the other things I've looked at have passed me by because I just haven't gone looking for it. And now of course I am, and I've got to admit I am somewhat bewildered by it. Let's just see what we have in the box. We have a Borg version of Guile from Street Fighter versus a ninja version of Darth Vader. Instructions on how to fire the missiles. Confirmation that it's a swing wing. Darth Vader and this guy who I'm assuming must be the pilot inside there, and then instructions on various different weapons. So it must be weapon number 4 because that's what they've got there, but other versions must have, well, other packs must have other versions of different weapons, I suppose. Upside down writing. Let's correct that. The usual blurb. Warning, it's a choking hazard. Small ports in various different languages. Let's see. Rebooted, reinitialized. Well, okay, it's all different languages. There, it's a Kai fighter, or a Kai's superjet, or a Le Superjet de Kai, or so on and so forth. Well, I can't be bothered with reading all of that. That's different languages that I don't actually speak, and possibly don't even comprehend. I'm going to open this up, just like that, and tip out the contents, and then fling the box away. So, instructions, 2 bags and stickers, let's just say bags within bags. Yep, I think that's about it for the time being. I'll go open these up, I'll go put them together, I'll read the instructions, and see what we get. Watch the jump cut. Okay, I thought I'd do a quick look at the instructions first. Very brief look. First of all, we have this happy smiling chap who's looking at the Lego box. He's opened it up, he's dropped all the Lego, he's assembled everything, he's opened it in the bag, and he's probably going to assemble that again in just a minute or so. Now that's a bit different from most instruction packs I've seen of late, because usually they have the fellow open the box up, tip it open it all up, and then look at it quizzically, and then look at the instructions. Bizarrely, they've decided to go one different, as if though they're saying that this is a much more simpler craft to build than any others. And then you look at this, you've got 2 different bags. There's bags within bags. This bag's supposed to have both characters. And what at first I was thinking was supposed to be another toy that they hadn't actually told you about on the cover, but it's actually the bottom part of the jet. Initially I thought it was supposed to be some sort of overblown surfboard, you know, some sort of sky surfing board top sort of thing. And then I saw that and realised, oh yes, obviously you put the 2 together. Well, really all I have to say there. Already assembled the bad guy. He's got a little helmet that comes off, and he's got one eye that you can see through the helmet. And he's so badass, he has not 1, not 2, but 3 katanas. He's also got 1 discoloured arm, so he's obviously lost it and put it back on, or assuming that he's a robot of some sort, that's probably some cybernetic part, so he's probably a cyborg rather than a robot. But overall, quite nice. It's got one of these separate little bits that they're putting on nowadays to give it a bit more oomph. He comes with this, which I've just put together on the spur of the moment. I haven't actually read through the instructions yet. And then you have this fellow. Generic messy hairstyle, bandana, what looks vaguely like a cowboy's outfit for some sort of rodeo show type thing, but a flaming skull type design there. Not quite sure what that's supposed to be, but not bad. It's a Lego sculpt, so of course high quality. And we're back after about half an hour of building time, taking a little break for a trip to the toilet, and of course to finish my drink. I've managed to construct the thing, and it looks quite spiffy, I like to think. Haven't bothered putting stickers on, I never do, because stickers tend to be rubbish. They do tend to peel off quite easily, so I just don't bother. And of course, for me, part of the beauty of using Lego is that you can use it with other sets to make other things, and you don't really want it to look like you have a particle accelerator of some sort when you're trying to build, say, a castle or, well, anything else basically. The ship, the starfighter, the TIE fighter, the jet fighter, whatever you want to call it. Nice enough looking piece. But that's it. It's looking quite good in the old viewfinder. Should look quite good on the screen as well. It's got these humongous blades which are detachable, and they look as if they could be some sort of weapon in their own right. But of course, who would go around flying with an aircraft intending to use it to slice people up and impale people with the blades? A psychopath, for one thing. That said, speaking of the wings, they do this. It's a swing wing fighter, so it can position itself like that. That's to presumably make it slow down a bit. Whoops. And that makes it go slower. That makes it go faster because, of course, there's less air resistance that way. There's more wind resistance that way to make it, well, slow down a bit. And of course, there's another blade on here and here, except here, of course, because it's just came off. You've got to be a bit careful with your hand positioning. These bits move in, the tail fins move in like that, and come off like that. I didn't think they're supposed to, but there you go. As you can see, it's a bit of a flimsy connection there. Again, there's plenty of opportunities for that to come flying off. It is positioned like that, as you see on the instruction manuals and everything. Can't help but think that it might work better the other way around. Let's just take a look. Personal opinion, of course. Your opinion may vary. Let's just see. So you can't really see any difference there, but when you do it like that, yeah, I actually prefer it that way, to be honest. You've got similar bits here, front tail sections, I suppose. I'm not quite sure. Fins is one word. So they can rest like that. They can hold up like that. I'm not sure if it would make any actual practical difference overall, but it does look quite nice. Inside, it's a bit drab. They haven't provided anything else for your character to do. He just sits back. Whoops. That's unusual. The blade can come straight off. That's an obvious design flaw in a weapon. The blade comes clean off when somebody just handles it. But I digress. Let's go back to business. Your character just sits right back there. And that's it. He's got nothing to interact with, nothing to, add to the idea that he's actually piloting a spacecraft. You've also got these little missiles here, which do that. Overall, it looks quite nice. If like myself, you like to customize things, change things around, you've got options there. For example, you could probably potentially move the wings around the other way. It's a nice looking piece in its own right. This character here, on the other hand, he does look quite nice in his own right as well. Various bandana bits, there's cyborg bits poking through. Let's just take the helmet off. And you see the face he has. A face that not even a mother could love. And the rest of the sculpt basically shows shoulder pads that are completely asymmetrical. And they do obviously interfere with his ability to move his arms around. That's basically the limit of his motion. But in general, quite nice. Let's just pull that bit off and just have him like that. So without the armour, he just seems to have a suit of some sort. More mechanical bits on the back, more exposed mechanical bits all over the place. Yeah, he's not a happy chappy though, is he? A great big red button there, or possibly a great big red light. Maybe that's the energy source. Who knows? All I do know is that he doesn't have anything like this. He's just by himself otherwise. And he has this. A rocket launcher. Not much for him, so no wonder he's overcompensating with the katanas. Assuming these are katanas, they're a bit on the straight side, aren't they? Katanas usually are shown as having more curvature. There is a slight curve. There's some writing on that. That looks like it just says Lego. Viewfinder's not going to catch that up. Yeah, there's focus. Yes, the viewfinder can just about say that. So, in all, not much to really say. That I haven't said already. Oh. How useless am I at this? The answer is very useless. But there you go. Quite nice. Nice little bit to add to the collection. Nice little bit to give you a few more ideas and things that you can build yourself if you're into making the more sort of futuristic sets. Or otherwise disassemble and make into something else altogether. I'll tell you one thing, I would prefer it if you had a bit more freedom of movement with the wings so that they could actually fold inwards. It might be possible to adjust that. Maybe there wasn't the other pieces in the way. As far as spare Lego is concerned, this was probably the most conservative Lego kit I've ever came across. Usually you get lots of little bits, lots of little pieces, spare bits that could be used if something's gone missing. This time though, it's quite conservative. Literally just 3 pieces. A spare bandana, one of these little black square pieces, and one of these little, well, I forget what this colour's called, one of this colour circular bits. That's it, that's the spares. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll just jump cut and see if I can make any modifications to these wings, any further changes to my lighting. Back in a tick. And I'm back. So, what I've found is, yes, it is possible. I can reposition the wings and so on, but there's not quite enough Lego. If the eagle-eyed amongst you have probably noticed, it's not attached that well at the moment whatsoever. I would need more bits to basically build up these sections here. To show you the rear, show you what I've done here, I've repositioned a couple of bits. Let's just see, there we go. I've repositioned a couple of bits here and here. And as a result, yes, it can swing, but it doesn't actually connect with this bit here, which is basically the lever that allows everything to move around. Bit of fiddling around, a few more pieces from other kits, and yes, that would be possible to sort out. But for the time being, it just looks like it's had an accident. But the overall look of it there, I do sort of prefer to what we get in the kit itself. Bit more range of motion then, you can see the cockpit's just sheared itself clean off, so of course he would fall to his death. So what I've done is I've moved these bits here, they were here first, and now I've moved them here, and that's just proof of concept. It is possible to move it around a bit, to get a bit more leeway, a bit more movement, but there do need to be more parts to do what I was trying to do. So I failed, for now, but I might do it again, for the privacy of my own entertainment, I suppose. Total pip.